everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I am going to be doing this eye look here, well this face look, but you know mainly the eyes. I also look weird through the entire video because I don't do my brows in the video. I was filming a brow kind of video for the Just My Look channel, so I do my brows just before I do my outro, so I look weird without brows through most of the video. I used my Jaclyn Morphe palette today, which I really love and adore, and every time I use it I like it even more. Some glitter, a brown lip, you know, makeup. Before you watch, please do subscribe to my channel. Also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it and leave me a comment in the comments part down there. I reply to all of my comments, and if you want to see how I got this I feel very wearable personally look, then just keep watching. Look how dry my eyelid area is. Oh, it looks so bad. I don't know why. I've obviously used something and it's not agreed with me. It's not my retinol, I don't think, but I'm just gonna paint over it because I've already tried rosehip oil and stuff and it's not getting rid of it. So I think when I like chuck on eyeshadow it'll be fine. So just ignore my dry eyelids. I'm gonna pick up this shade here from the Morphe palette and I'm just gonna pop that in my crease, outer corner to inner corner, just as my initial kind of shade. I just don't think it's my retinol because it's not happened anywhere else on my face, but I mean, I don't know, it could be that. This doesn't have to be neat at all. Do not worry about that. Then I'm going to take this yellow shade in the palette here, just on a fluffy brush, and I'm going to start to blend that out. Now I'm going to be really messy, I'm going to pull it right out. Doesn't matter because we're going to cover that up anyway, or get rid of it. So I'm not even trying to be neat at this point. I'm taking it all the way up to my brow and pulling it out. Just so that when I put my wing on, it's connected and it's not like sitting in the middle of nowhere. You see, just completely kind of covering that area is all I really wanted from that shade. Then I'll go back in with that kind of original color, and I'll also use a deeper one. So I'll use this one down here as well. I'm just gonna deepen up my crease. I forget how much I love this palette and how good it is. It's so good. And again, I'm really gonna drag that out. Don't worry about it looking a bit stark, I will blend it in a second. Just really dragging it out to the side. Back in with the yellow just to blend the edges. Make sure there's no kind of harsh lines anywhere. Now I'm dipping into this deep brown down here, making sure my outer half of my crease is the deepest part of this look. It's kind of all just on the same fluffy brush as well. You don't need a ton. And then just patting that dark brown on the outer half of my lid as well. No harsh lines. Then I'm picking up this kind of like coppery shade in the palette. Just picking that up on a flat brush, and I'm going to start patting it on the front part of my lid. This shade is so beautiful. It's more like, maybe like a red copper. It's actually one I've never used in this palette either. And just patting that on kind of the inner part of the lid. Taking it a little bit into my crease. Making sure the edges are blended just with that brush that I packed the brown on. No extra colour added. And now I'm dipping into this light shade in the palette. And I'm going to start packing that on my inner corner and bringing it up through my crease as well. This is the shape that Stacey Marie MUA does quite a lot now, and I just love it. And just dipping back into the yellow, and I'm going to go around the front edge because I want it blown out and smoky. I don't want it with any harsh lines at all. Also, it doesn't need to be super opaque because we're going to cover it up a little bit anyway. Bit more yellow on this brush, trying to just make sure my edges are super blended. And then I'm going in with my Barry M glitter balm, but to be honest, I'm only using this as a base to stick my glitter. I don't actually really want this shade, but it's more because I cannot find for the life of me my glitter glues. I don't know where I've put them, so I'm just packing it on in kind of the same shape. Through the crease at the front. And then before that dries, I'm going in with this little pot of glitter here. I'll try and link it below. And I'm going to start patting that over that Barry M glitter balm. This is like quite a pink and green reflect to it, depending on what light you're looking at it in. Yeah, it's starting to look quite glittery. I need to add a bit more, so I need to go back in with my glitter balm. And before it dries, go in with my glitter. Then I'm going back in with that light shade there, just to make sure the bottom edge of it is kind more blended, because I think I've lost a little bit of the seamlessness. I'm just patting it around the bottom. And a little bit around the top edge as well. Then I'm going to take a makeup wipe and I'm going to clean up like that. I don't need to perfectly clean out my fallout right now, I can do that in a minute. And then I'm going in with my BAM Schwing eyeliner and I'm going to use that to make a wing. And the good thing is you can just kind of trace that line. And I'm not bringing my wing in all the way, I'm bringing it kind of halfway. Not halfway, maybe like 3/4. This wing is getting out of control compared to the other one. So I'm going back in with my Barry M glitter balm on a little fine brush. And I'm gonna do like, fill in the center with the glitter balm. And don't have to be too neat about it because we can clean it up. And you do need 2 layers because on the first layer it kind of wets the liner underneath, and makes it a bit more see-through. So I'm just going to do the rough shape of kind of filling in the wing. Yeah, but like I said, you'll need 2 layers because you can see it's kind of dragging the liner underneath it. So that's layer 1, I'll let that dry for a second and then I'll go in with layer numero 2. So this is just a second layer now. Like I said, don't worry if you're a bit squiggly with it because we can clean it up with more liner. And then I'll go back in with my liquid liner and just make sure it's as neat as possible. Kind of round off this edge. Give that part a bit more of a point. So it looks a bit neater. And I'll throw on a tiny bit of mascara just as a base for my lashes. My lashes are so like clogged up right now with liquid liner in them that they're not gonna achieve anything. So the lash I'm using is the Pinky Go Neura lashes, and I love these a lot. You've probably heard me talk about them quite a lot. I just think they're gorgeous. I'll just kind of adjust my lash and then we'll zoom out and do the rest of the face. How weird do I look with eyes done and no brows on? Like, it's really weird. I'm gonna move on to skin, and I've actually got a new sponge to try. Look how massive that is. This is wet, I've just wet it, and this is the Blank Canvas Cosmetics. Let me check. It's the Blank Canvas Cosmetics Airbrush Blender and Mini F20 Duo Set. I need to show you the Mini F20. Anyway, this feels so soft and so squishy, and like it's so big you can kind of really hold on to it nicely. Anyway, I want to put foundation on with it. I want to prime first, or at least moisturize. I'm going to use my tiny little sample of Glam Glow, the Water Burst moisturizer, because my skin needs moisture so badly. It's going to be quite nice though, not having to worry about putting foundation on my brows. I will say that. I'm going to take that right under my eyes. I love that moisturizer. I really want the full size, but I don't know, it's expensive. Get this wee spot, right on the end of the nose. So today for foundation, I'm going to mix my Revlon Colour Stay with my Revolution Pro Drops. I just think the Revlon Colour Stay is pretty full coverage. The Pro Drops are a bit less coverage, a bit more dewy. And my skin is bad right now, so I want some coverage. Which this should get me. I'm gonna try out the sponge. Yeah, I mean, this is as soft as any good sponge I've used. Oh, it's lovely. I think that's made my skin look really good on the whole. I'm gonna have to go in with some pinpoint concealing and stuff, but it's kind of definitely evened out my skin tone. For facial concealer, I'll use the Conceal and Define by Revolution for like spots and blemishes, of which there are a lot. It's like a join the dots puzzle. I think so I'll cover my whole face in it. I'll blend these out and then I'll do my under eyes. That's done a pretty good job over my blemishes, and under my eyes I'm going to use my Urban Decay All Nighter in the shade Fair Neutral. I kind of forgot I had this, to be honest, and I haven't used it that much. I've only used this maybe 4 or 5 times, and I already feel like it's like drying out in the tube somehow. It's weird, like I've really barely used it, and it was expensive to like dry out so quickly, but the actual product is really nice. It's really full coverage. It's quite a dry formula. I think if you had very dry skin, it's not going to look that great. If you had oily skin, I can imagine this would be a really nice concealer. I feel like it would stay put quite well. So that's the difference between one eye with the Urban Decay on, and I think it's a very big difference, really. Yeah, I really like that as an under eye concealer. I think it's made my under eyes look fantastic. I'll quickly powder my face and then we'll be back for like other kind of more fun stuff, because I think powdering your face is really boring to watch. I'll go ahead and finish off the under eyes just now, and I'm just gonna run, if I find a brush, just gonna run that like yellow shade under first. Definitely one of the best colours in the palette. I'm so glad there was a really nice light kind of mustard yellow. Just adds so much interest. Then closer to my lash line, I'll go in with like a couple of the different browns just to give my eye more definition. And then I'll blend in between those two shades using the kind of brightish orange shade in the palette. Just so the orange and yellow are a bit more seamless. Quite simple but effective. I'm even going to go a bit deeper right up my lash line and take like a really deep brown, just to connect my wing to my lower lash line. Not the black, but just a very deep brown. I'm going to go into my waterline with this Rimmel Scandalized pencil in 004 taupe, because I don't want a black and I don't actually have a brown. But this is going to add a little bit of depth, but not close off my eye entirely. Yeah, I think that's just a nice change to black. Lower lash mascara. So then for my inner corner, I'm going to take my Revolution Flawless Foil in Unicorn Foil, which is like a whitish one, and I'm just going to pop that on my inner corners just as a base to make the shadow really pop on top of it. I might even just leave that because that's really bright, so it's fine. I'll quickly contour using my Sleek Contour Kit. This is in Light. Sometimes when I spend so long doing an eye look, when it comes to skin, I'm just like, oh, I can't be bothered. I've spent so long on the eyes. And I really need to add bronzer now because I'm looking deathly pale, and I'm going to use my Milani 05 Baked Bronzer. One of the best bronzers you can ever buy. Trust me, so good. And I need to add some warmth. Was that too much warmth? Probably. I'm gonna use another Milani product for highlights. I've not used it a whole lot, but I do really like it. And I think it really surprised me with how good it was. And it's the Milani bronzer in 02, which is shade Day Glow, which is even ever so slightly too dark for me, but I can make it work. It looks like this. And it's really pretty. Look at that. I'll have to use quite a light hand, I think, but I just fancied using it. Look at this glow. Definitely slightly too dark for me. I definitely do need the shade down. For blush, I'm going to use my PS or Primark blush palette. I'll use this shade and this shade here. I used it the other day and it was the first time in a while and I'd forgotten how good it was. Oh, I also forgot already how pigmented it is. Just using that matte shade towards the back of my cheeks. And then I'm going to use that really reflective, gorgeous shade. Just on the apples. So it's got a lovely sheen to it. So I guess our last stage is lips, even though I do still need to do my brows, but not in this video. I don't know what I'll put on. I don't know. What is this? This is Sepia by ABH. It's almost like a grey brown. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead with this one. And then because I do have terribly dry skin at the moment, I'm going to go in with my Iconic London Prep Set Glow Water Mist in Original. And this is going to add a lot of like sheen to my face. Smells so good. It smells like perfume in a good way, not in like a cloying way. So that then is the end of this look. What I'll do though is I'll go through on my brows for the other video that I'm filming, and then I'll come back and like do my outro so that I don't look so weird, because right now I just look like I have no brows. I look like an alien. So I'll go through all my brows for that video and then I'll come back and we'll finish up. Okay then, so this is my finished look. I really do like how the eyes came out. Ignore my brows, they're not my kind of usual brows. I don't really do my brows after my foundation. I find it quite difficult. But I used the BAM Ferocious brow pencil, and I have to say I really love this product. It's so good. Just as good as the ABH Brow Wiz, but a lot cheaper actually. It's only £12.50. I really like how this look came out all together. I quite like how it's all browns and quite tonal. It's maybe not summer appropriate, but then today in Scotland it's awful weather. So, you know, So let me know what you think of this look. Is it something that you would recreate, or do you not like it? Be nice. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope I'll catch you in my next one. As always, everything that I've used will be linked in the description box down below. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!